Hello friends, welcome to my channel Rio. Today we are going to continue with chapter 43. This is part 5 of it, where Sriyukteswar is still describing how the rebirth on earth, the astral and the causal spheres is like. When a soul is out of the cocoon of the three bodies, it escapes forever from the law of relativity and becomes the ineffable, ever existent. Behold the butterfly of omnipresence, its wings attached with stars and moons and suns. The soul, expanded into spirit, remains alone in the region of lightless light, darkless dark, thoughtless thought, intoxicated with its ecstasy of joy in God's dream of cosmic creation. A free soul, I ejaculated in awe. When a soul finally gets out of the three jars of bodily delusions, Master continued, it becomes one with the infinite without any loss of individuality. Christ had won this final freedom even before he was born as a Jesus. In three stages of his past, symbolized in his earth life as the 3 days of his experience of death and resurrection, he had attained the power to fully arise in spirit. The undeveloped man must undergo countless earthly and astral and causal incarnations in order to emerge from his three bodies. A master who achieves this final freedom may elect to return to earth as a prophet to bring other human beings back to God, or like myself, he may choose to reside in the astral cosmos. There, a savior assumes some of the burden of the inhabitants' karma and thus helps them to terminate their cycle of reincarnation in the astral, cosmos and go on permanently to the causal spheres. Or a freed soul may enter the causal world to aid its beings to shorten their span in causal body and thus attain absolute freedom. Resurrected one, I want to know more about the karma which frees souls to return to the three worlds. I would listen forever, I thought, to my omniscient master. Never in his earth life had I been able to one time to assimilate so much of his wisdom. Now for the first time I was receiving a clear, definite insight into the enigmatic interspaces on the checkerboard of life and death. The physical karma or desires of man must be completely worked out before his permanent stay in astral worlds becomes possible, my guru elucidated in his thrilling voice. Two kinds of beings live in the astral spheres: those who still have earthly karma to dispose of and who must therefore re-inhabit a gross physical body in order to pay their karmic debts, could be classified. After physical death, a temporary visitor to the astral world rather than a permanent resident. Being in the underdeemed earthly karma are not permitted after astral death to go to the higher causal sphere of cosmic ideas, but must settle down to and fro from the physical and astral worlds only, conscious successively of their physical body of 16 gross elements and of their astral body of 19 subtle elements. After each loss of his physical body, however, an undeveloped being from the earth remains for the most part in the deep stupor of the death sleep and is hardly conscious of the beautiful astral sphere. After the astral rest, such a man returns to the material plane for further lessons, gradually accustoming himself through repeated journeys to the worlds of subtle astral texture. Normal or long established residents of the astral universe, on the other hand, are those who, freed forever from all material longings, need return no more to the gross vibrations of earth. Such beings have only astral and causal karma to work out. At astral death, these beings pass to infinitely finer, more delicate causal world, shedding the thought form of the causal body at the end of the certain span. Determined by cosmic law, these advanced beings then return to Hiranyaloka or similar higher astral planet, reborn in a new astral body to work out their unredeemed astral karma. My son, you may now comprehend more fully that I am resurrected by divine decree. Sri Yukteswar continued, as a savior of astrally reincarnating souls coming back from the causal sphere in particular, rather than to those astral beings who are coming up from the earth. Those from the earth, if they still remain vestiges of material karma, do not raise to higher astral planes like Hiranyaloka. Just as most people on earth have not learned through meditation acquired vision to appreciate the superior joys and advantages of astral life, and thus, after death, desire to return to the limited, imperfect pleasures of earth, so may astral beings, during the normal integration of their astral bodies, fail to picture the advanced state of spiritual joy in the causal world, and dwelling on thoughts of more gross and gaudy astral happiness, yearn to revisit the astral paradise. Heavy astral karma must be redeemed by such beings before they can achieve, after astral death, a permanent stay in the causal thought world so thinly partitioned from the Creator. Only when a being has no further desires for experiences in the pleasing to the eye astral cosmos and cannot be tempted to go back there, thus he remains in the causal world, completing there the work of redeeming all causal karma or seeds of past desires. The confined soul thrusts out the last of the three corks of ignorance, and emerging from the final jar of the causal body, commingles with eternal. Now, do you understand? Master smiled so enchantingly. Yes, through your grace, I am speechless with joy and gratitude. Never from song or story had I ever received such inspiring knowledge. Though the Hindu scriptures refer to the causal and astral worlds and to man's three bodies, how remote and meaningless those pages compared with the warm authenticity of my resurrected Master. For him, indeed, existed not a single undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns. The interpenetration of man's three bodies is expressed in many ways through his threefold nature. Many great gurus went on. In the wakeful state on the earth, a human being is conscious more or less of three vehicles. When he is sensuously intent on tasting, smelling, touching, listening, or seeing, he is working principally through his physical body. Visualizing or willing, he is working mainly through his astral body. His causal medium finds expression when man is thinking or diving deep in introspection or meditation. The cosmical thoughts of genius come to the man who habitually contacts his causal body. In this sense, an individual may be classified broadly as a material man, an energetic man, or an intellectual man. A man identifies himself about 16 hours daily with his physical vehicle. Then he sleeps. If he dreams, he remains in his astral body, effortlessly creating any object, even as do the astral beings. If man's sleep be deep and dreamless for several hours, he is able to transfer his consciousness or sense of I-ness to the causal body. Such sleep is reviving. A dreamer is contacting his astral and not his causal body. His sleep is not fully refreshing. I had been loving observing Sri Yukteswar while he gave his wondrous exposition. Angelic Guru, I said, Your body looks exactly as it did when last I wept over in the Puri ashram. Oh yes, my new body is perfect copy of the old one. I materialize or dematerialize this form anytime at will, much more frequently than I did while on earth. By quick dematerialization, I now travel instantly by light express from planet to planet, or indeed from astral to causal or to physical cosmos. My divine Guru smiled. Though you move about so fast these days, I had no difficulty in finding you at Bombay. Oh Master, I was grieving so deeply about your death. Ah, where did I die? Isn't there some contradiction? Sri Yukteswar's eyes were twinkling with love and amusement. Friends, anybody who resonates with my videos, please do comment. I would like to know more about you. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.